I'm your host, BrightLearn, and today we have a truly eye-opening conversation to share with you. We're going to break down an interview featuring retired Colonel Douglas Macgregor, a man known for his sharp insights on geopolitics, and Mike Adams from BrightLearn.com. This interview is packed with fascinating analysis on everything from Israel and Ukraine to Mexico, BRICS, and even President Donald Trump's ambitious plans. So, buckle up, because we're about to explore some of the most intriguing and controversial topics of our day. Let's jump right in. Macgregor kicked things off by addressing a statement made by Department of State Secretary Marco Rubio, who acknowledged that America can no longer be the unipolar dominant power in the world. Macgregor agreed wholeheartedly, stating that this is a reality we've known for years. He pointed out that the United States is no longer the economic powerhouse it once was, with our global GDP share shrinking to around 20 to 23%. This shift, he argues, is not just due to our mistakes, but also because other nations are finally recovering from decades, even centuries, of being sidelined. It's a sobering reminder that the world is changing, and we need to adapt. Macgregor also highlighted the disconnect between this reality and the mindset within the Washington Beltway, which often clings to the outdated notion of American exceptionalism. He emphasized the need for a new approach, one that acknowledges our position in a multipolar world and focuses on strategic competition rather than trying to maintain an unsustainable dominance. The conversation then shifted to Trump. Macgregor acknowledged that Trump has long understood the concept of a multipolar world, but he also pointed out the challenges Trump faces. He described Trump as being fed like a mushroom, kept in the dark, and fed misinformation, particularly regarding energy and foreign policy. Macgregor criticized the misleading information Trump receives about Russia, energy, and the effectiveness of tariffs, urging him to recognize the limitations of American power and the importance of a more nuanced approach. Speaking of energy, Macgregor was skeptical about the idea that Trump could quickly restore America's energy dominance. He emphasized that the world has changed, and we can't simply snap our fingers and expect immediate results. He also criticized Trump's past approach to tariffs, suggesting that while they can be effective, they need to be applied strategically, especially when dealing with economic powerhouses like China. One of the most intriguing parts of the interview was Macgregor's take on USAID. He described it as a front for regime change, arguing that it has been used to interfere in other countries' affairs, often with disastrous consequences. He praised Trump for cutting off funding to USAID, calling it a long overdue move. Macgregor also expressed hope that Trump's actions would signal a shift in U.S. foreign policy, moving away from interventionism and towards a more America-first approach. The discussion then turned to Ukraine. Macgregor painted a grim picture, stating that the conflict has already resulted in a staggering number of Ukrainian casualties, far more than previously reported. He emphasized that Russia is in no hurry to end the conflict, as it watches NATO crumble and European economies falter. He criticized the lack of leverage the U.S. has in the region and urged Trump to disengage, arguing that America has no realistic path to victory and that continuing to pour resources into Ukraine is both futile and harmful. Macgregor also shared his thoughts on Israel and the Middle East. He expressed concern about the growing tensions and the potential for a regional war. He criticized Netanyahu's aggressive stance towards Iran, suggesting that it could lead to disastrous consequences. Macgregor emphasized the need for a more balanced approach, one that recognizes the complexities of the region and the importance of diplomacy. Finally, the conversation turned to Mexico and the drug cartels. Macgregor argued that the U.S. needs to take a hardline approach to secure the border and combat the influence of the cartels. He suggested that military operations might be necessary, but he also emphasized the importance of securing the border and addressing the issue of illegal immigration. He called for a declaration of war against the cartels, highlighting the existential threat they pose to the U.S. Macgregor's insights are both enlightening and sobering. He challenges us to rethink our approach to foreign policy, energy, and national security. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this interview. Do you agree with Macgregor's analysis? What do you think about Trump's approach to these issues? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for tuning in to the BrightLearn podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and share it with your friends. And don't forget to check out our country, ourchoice.com, to learn more about Macgregor's work and how you can get involved. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.
This has been a BrightLearn.ai summary of an interview between Douglas Macgregor and Mike Adams on February 5th, 2025. The full interview is available at brighteon.com, where you can also find podcasts and special reports by Mike Adams and other creators. Visit naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage of this interview and breaking news on critical stories that will keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.